How Animals Talk by Susan McGrath. Wolves howl and yap and growl. A coyote lifts its head and howls. Wolves and coyotes don't use words, but they do send messages with sounds and smells and in other ways. All animals tell each other things. They communicate. An angry wolf raises its back and walks with its legs stiff. With its body, the wolf shows other wolves what it is feeling. So, how do wolves and coyotes communicate? They send messages with sounds and smells, and in other ways. An angry wolf raises its back and walks with its legs stiff. A wolf sniffs the snow for smells left by other wolves. A male deer rubs against a tree, leaving his smell there. The smell tells other deer, "Stay away from here." Animals don't talk as we do. They have to communicate in many different ways with each other. So, why does a wolf smell the snow? It is to see what other wolves have been there. A wolf sniffs the snow for smells left by other wolves. Why does a male deer rub against a tree? It's to leave his smell there. And it tells other deer, "Stay away from here." Okay? 3 white-tailed deer flick their tails up as they race across a stream. The snowy white tails alert other deer to danger. The signal means, "Run, follow me." A little pika communicates danger too. It calls out a loud warning, "Eek!" Other pikas run to hide. So, how do the white-tailed deer communicate? They flick their tails up as they race across the stream. The white tails signal danger to other white-tailed deer. How do the pika communicate? By calling out a loud eek warning. Crack! 2 bull elk crash horns. Which one of us is the boss? They communicate to each other. Let's see which one is stronger. 2 Arctic hares send the same message. The large, woolly hares jump up and hit at each other with their paws. So how do bull elk communicate? They crash horns to see which one is the boss. Arctic hares hit and jump at each other with their paws to communicate who is the boss. Insects also communicate. A praying mantis makes itself look as big as it can. This is a warning that says, "Better leave me alone." Even a caterpillar has things to say. This swallowtail caterpillar can give off a bad smell that helps keep enemies away. So insects communicate. How does a praying mantis communicate? By making itself look big to warn enemies to leave it alone. How does a swallowtail caterpillar communicate? It gives off a bad smell that keeps enemies away. The light of a male firefly says, "Here I am," to a female passing by. His signal says, "Come over here." The male spider, the smaller of these two, walks carefully on the female spider's web. "I am your kind of spider, not your food," his steps say. Then she lets him come in. The red shape on her belly tells us that she is a poisonous black widow spider. 3 baby robins open their mouths wide for a meal of worms. "Feed me," the open mouth signal. "Feed me, feed me." So, how do fireflies communicate? The male turns on his light. This tells the female firefly that he is there. How do spiders communicate? The male spider walks carefully on the female spider's web. This tells the female spider that he is not a threat and that he is a spider, not food. The red shape on a female spider's stomach shows that the female spider is poisonous. How do baby robins communicate? They open their mouths for their mom to feed them. Barn swallows chatter on a branch. Chinstrap penguins seem to have a lot to say, but no one knows just what the birds are saying. We can only guess. What do you think they are talking about? So, barn swallows chirp to each other on branches, and chinstrap penguins also talk to each other. Big birds called albatrosses are getting to know each other. They clap their bills and move around. These birds are also called goonie birds. A male goonie bird dances for his mate. He twists his wings and bows his head. "Will you be my mate?" Yes, I'll be your mate," she lets him know. After a while, he hugs her with his neck. So, how do male goonie birds attract a girl? A male goonie bird dances for his mate. 2 male elephant seals rise up in a crowd of females. The males, called bulls, snort and roar through their big noses. "This group is mine," one bull roars. "No, no, it is mine," the other roars. The females don't seem to notice all the noise. So how do male elephant seals attract females? 2 male elephant seals rise up in a crowd of females. They snort and roar through their big noses. Even under the sea, animals communicate with each other. 3 humpback whales, a baby, a female, and a male, are swimming together. The males sing a loud song. Here I am, says his song. A beluga whale chirps and clicks. Its sounds made sailors think of a songbird. They used to call the beluga the canary of the sea. 2 sea mammals called manatees meet and touch whiskers underwater. Manatees often kiss like this when they greet each other. They also chirp and squeal. Whoever would have thought that animals could have so much to say on the ground, in the air, and under the water? They are sending signals. So, what did sailors call a beluga whale? Well, beluga whales chirp and click, and sailors thought of a songbird when they heard beluga whales. So they used to call beluga whales the canary of the sea. So sailors called beluga whales the canary of the sea. And how do manatees greet each other? Manatees often kiss like this when they greet each other. An older female grooms the hair of a young chimpanzee. She picks out pieces of dry skin with her fingers. Chimpanzees often comfort each other by grooming. I like you, their touch says. A young owl pecks an adult, begging to be fed. All animals communicate using sight, sound, touch, and smell. Next time you see birds or squirrels or cats or dogs, watch them closely. What do they have to say? So, older female chimpanzees groom the hair of younger chimpanzees. Why do they groom the chimpanzee? And what do they get from the chimpanzee? Well, they usually pick dry skin with their fingers from baby chimpanzees. Or they can comfort younger chimpanzees because grooming often comforts the younger chimpanzees and means I like you. And a young owl tells an adult it is hungry by pecking at the adult. And this is asking the adult to be fed. So this is different from the baby robins who open their mouth to be fed by their mama. A baby owl pecks at their mama to be fed. And so in this way, all animals communicate, be it through sight or sound, like the beluga, or touching, like the manatee or the chimpanzee, or smell, like wolves. So next time you see birds, or cats, or squirrels, or dogs, just remember that they communicate as well. Good job and have a nice day.